up, y'all? How y'all doing today? We got another show today from a Let's Rock podcast, and I am your co-host, Philosophical.
And I am your co-host, Jay Echo. What's good? How you feeling?
What's up, y'all? We have an illustrious guest here, Mr. Steve Williams from the Man Mindset Show. His YouTube channel is great. Make sure you guys follow him over at the Man Mindset Show. Tell the people a little bit about you, Mr. Williams. Where can they find you? Any type of socials you want them to follow? How this kind of started for you, and we'll get right into it.
First off, thank you for having me on. themanmindset.com. You get me on Instagram, The Man Mindset, Facebook, The Man Mindset. I've been on here so long. YouTube is youtube.com/Steve Williams. So yeah. I got my name, so I've been on it a long time. So So I've been doing this for over 35 years, and I started in the game around 9, and my first woman I had was 13. She was 24.
Wow.
Later on, I did a little bit of gigoloing. Then did a bunch of stuff. Then got married and got out of the game. I got out of the game around 1990. So I've been married for like 22 years or something like that. Yeah. So
wow.
So
congratulations.
Wow. Congrats, man.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of start there. You brought up a good point to where as a young man, right? You went through hurdles. You went through hoops. And I'm pretty sure within those hoops and hurdles, you went through a lot of mistakes to get to a place where you can say, hey, man, I've been through, speaking to a lot of my men, I've been through what you've been through, right? You don't want to keep repeating the same cycle, repeating the same behaviors. This is how you stop those patterns and cycles. You know what I mean? Get kind of, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, as I was young, I was always taught men don't make mistakes, we make choices. So I don't necessarily make mistakes as a man. I make choices and stand on my choices, whether I win, lose, or learn. I don't believe in failure, but I learn from things. So I don't believe in failing. That's how I was taught to have a different perspective of what the world is.
Okay. Do you kind of feel like, we as men, we're not learning quick enough, or we don't want to learn?
Well, it's a war right now that's going on with a lot of guys where there's a lot of YouTubers on right now hurting a lot of men by giving them a lot of false information about theory, about women, and about single mothers that are really hurting these young men to think that everything is bad and the world is evil.
All right, I actually want to jump in there. So, one of the things we try and do on this podcast, like we were talking about a little bit before we started, is that we're not here to bash anybody. We're not here to make anybody feel bad about themselves. We're just here to, encourage people to make better choices, to learn from mistakes, and to stop repeating cycles, like Phil said. Can you just give us, what would you say are your top 3 harmful things that some of these people are giving men and individuals in general?
First thing, they're teaching a lot of guys to be a victim. The second thing that they're doing is they're teaching guys how to be in their feminine, where they want to blame things versus take accountability and responsibility for things. And also they're trying to utilize a movie that was created by a woman that was directed by transsexuals to use a kill plate or something to push a narrative of theory, but not game.
Okay. I definitely agree with that. In layman's terms, I think men are starting to live in fantasy worlds. To where I always have this point: if we can't be real with ourselves, how are we going to be real with a woman?